Join me as I dive into the mystery of the Sriwijaya Air Boeing 737 crash and try to piece together what really happened. On January 9, 2021, a Sriwijaya Air Boeing 737, flight SJ-182, took off from Jakarta's Soekarno-Hatta International Airport, bound for Pontianak in West Kalimantan, Indonesia. But just minutes into the flight, the aircraft crashed into the Java Sea, resulting in the tragic loss of all 62 lives on board. The airline industry has long faced challenges when it comes to safety and reliability, especially in Indonesia, where the country's rapid growth and limited resources have made it difficult to keep up with international standards. The industry has had to contend with issues like inadequate training, poor maintenance, and insufficient oversight, all of which can have devastating consequences. In recent years, Indonesia has seen a number of high-profile aviation incidents, including the Lion Air crash in 2018, which killed 189 people. This incident highlighted the need for stricter regulations and more rigorous safety protocols. But it's clear that more work needs to be done to address the underlying issues. Despite these challenges, many airlines in Indonesia have made significant progress in improving safety standards, and Sriwijaya Air is no exception. The airline has a relatively good safety record, but as we've seen, even with proper procedures in place, accidents can still happen. On that fateful day, flight SJ-182 took off in good weather conditions, with a crew of 56 passengers on board. The Boeing 737 was a relatively old aircraft, but it had been well maintained and was airworthy. As the plane climbed to its cruising altitude, everything seemed normal, but then it suddenly plunged into a steep dive, crashing into the Java Sea just 4 minutes into the flight. The investigation into the crash is still ongoing, but preliminary reports suggest that a combination of factors may have contributed to the accident. Weather conditions were good, but there was some cloud cover in the area, which may have affected the pilot's visibility. There were also reports of a possible engine failure, which could have sent the plane into a spin. As investigators dig deeper, they're looking at all possible causes, including pilot error, mechanical failure, and even potential sabotage. The aircraft's black boxes have been recovered, and they're being analyzed to piece together the final moments of the flight. The investigation has revealed some critical findings that shed light on what went wrong during the flight. It appears that the aircraft's throttle level was stuck, which may have caused the plane to malfunction. Additionally, the pilots may have been distracted by a faulty instrument panel, which could have contributed to the crash. The investigation has also highlighted some worrying lapses in safety procedures. It appears that the pilots may not have followed standard emergency protocols, which could have made a difference in the outcome of the flight. Furthermore, there were some issues with the aircraft's maintenance records, which could have masked potential problems with the plane. As we reflect on the Sriwijaya Air crash, it's clear that there are still many lessons to be learned when it comes to aviation safety. The investigation has highlighted some critical areas that need improvement, and it's up to the aviation industry to take these findings on board and make meaningful changes